I'd like to call to order the Lewis County Commissioners meeting for November 23rd. We do have a quorum with all three commissioners present. Flag salute. Commissioner Stamper, would you please lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve the November 16, 2015 BOCC minutes.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of November 16, 2015. All in favor say aye. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment. We have no public comment. Do you need a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the notice agenda, one item, resolution number 15332.
I second.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey, Public Works Director, speaking to that item. And this is a notice of hearing regarding the necessary acquisition of additional right-of-way for the Highway 603 stabilization project. The hearing will be held on or after 10 a.m. on December 14th, 2015. And this is a property that we had negotiated with the property owner and had come to a deal. However, the property has since gone into foreclosure. And so with it being owned by the bank, this will allow us to initiate eminent domain proceedings. We still will be in negotiation with the bank and likely we'll have this cleared up, but this will allow us to move forward with the project in case those negotiations stall.
Questions or comments?
Thank you.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the notice agenda, item number 1, resolution number 15-332. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the consent agenda, items 2 through 10, resolution number 153330 to 15340.
I second.
Okay. Item number 2, Commissioner Schulte, would you like to address?
That resolution to extend the deadline for the Board of Equalization, we looked into this with the date that these assessments are coming out. We believe that the citizens of Lewis County should have an adequate amount of time to appeal their assessments if they so choose. When you push the mailings out, the notice out until December, what you do in effect is compress the time that's available. And I counted it up with holidays and weekends and a couple days that people take for travel. There would only be 15 days available through the month of December. If we extended another 30 days, what we in effect do is add another 20 days, because January has 2 holidays and 8 weekend days. So if we extend this for the good of the people of Lewis County, we in effect allow them 35 days that this office will be open to accept applications for the appeal process.
Okay. Commissioner Stamper, do you want to relate some of the research you've been doing?
I was at a conference last week and I had the opportunity to talk to assessors, budget people, as well as treasurers at the conference last week, and they had indicated that it had very little effect, if none, on the extra days.
Okay. All right. Any other comments? Okay. Item number 3. Approving an agreement with the Washington State Office of Public Defense. And this approves an agreement with the Washington State Office of Public Defense granting public defense improvement funds in the amount of $96,165 for the fiscal year 2016. Any comments or questions? Okay. Ms. Smith.
Good morning, Commissioners. Suzette Smith, Auditor's Office, Financial Services Division, here today to present Agenda Item Number 4. It is Resolution 15-334, and this is our weekly approval of claims against the various county departments. Last week, we issued 92 regular warrants. Those were 736-014 through 736-105 for a total dollar amount of $221,162.08. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Archie, is that you? Mr. Smith, sorry.
That's my dad.
Mr. Smith and Mrs.
Mr. Smith is my dad. Good morning, Commissioners. Archie Smith with Lewis County Human Resources. I'm here to address items number 5 through 7 on the agenda today. Item number 5, resolution number 15335, is authorizing the initial placement of a casual assistant planner on the salary grid. This is just standard operating procedure. The board has authorized the Community Development Department to bring in an assistant planner, which we have not had for many, many years. And this is a casual position not to exceed 6 months to help them get caught up on some work there. To hire the person on the extra help casual grid, you would not find a competent or qualified person to do that. So we are going outside that, and we have to do that according to resolution, putting this person on the standard M grid at a grade 14. Any questions on that?
Okay.
All right. Item number 6, resolution number 15336, is a salary adjustment for non-represented employees. Back in July of 2015, Washington State PERS, Public Employees Retirement System, increased the employee contribution by 1.2%. The BOCC is going to increase salaries effective November 1st, that 1.2%, to make up that difference. This way there's less impact on the employee. So any question on that one?
Once again, something that was done at the state level.
This was done at the state level that was imposed on the county. The county commissioners or any elected official had no option or control over this. It was one of those unfunded mandates, as we call them. Item number 7, resolution number 15-337, is approving a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with the Association of Lewis County Prosecuting Attorneys. The reason why we're doing an MOU here, this is very similar to a collective bargaining agreement, but the reason why we're doing an MOU is that contract is still closed, but it had a reopener just for such issues. And we are actually, they are accepting an offer of the 1.2% wage adjustment that I just spoke about in the previous resolution, and they are accepting the health and welfare increase that I talked about last week for another represented group and also for the non-represented, going from a maximum of $950 per employee per month for health and welfare contribution to $1,000 per employee per month for health and welfare contribution. So they did it by MOU, and then you do have that MOU to sign.
Okay.
Any questions?
Questions or comments?
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Elsey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey speaking to items 8 and 9 on your consent agenda. Item number 8 is Resolution 15-338, bid award for the removal of all structures and debris located at 158 Kennecott Road, Chehalis, Washington. As you're aware, we purchased a parcel at 158 Kennecott Road to help in stabilizing the slide that we experienced last year. We still have to remove the structures on that property, and we received the lowest responsive bid was from T-Jags Trucking in the amount of $12,366, and we recommend signing a contract with T-Jags. Then speaking to item number 9, Resolution 15-339, executing a contract to fund a new reservoir for the Vader Enchanted Valley Water System with the Department of Commerce. Again, as you're aware, we were lucky enough to be awarded a CDBG grant in the amount of $717,000 to put in a new reservoir for the Vader Enchanted Valley Water System. The project cost is estimated at $730,000, so This would mean that we would need $13,000 match from the Vader Utility Fund over a 3-year period. The Vader Valley water system is a real success story. When we took over the system, there was about 60% water loss. There is now right at 20%, maybe a little bit less than 20% water loss. What we have noted, however, is that the Achilles heel in the system is that it only has one reservoir. So this will allow us to put another reservoir there, allowing us to serve more residents, but it will also allow us to take the existing reservoir offline so that we can do maintenance, or the new reservoir offline so that we can do maintenance in the future. It will also allow us to add additional head pressure by adding height to the top of the reservoir so that we can better serve the residents at the top of the system. So this is a very, very good thing, and we would recommend signing the contract with Department of Commerce.
Okay. Questions or comments?
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Good job, Shirley.
Good morning, Danette York, Director of Public Health and Social Services, speaking to item number 10. This is resolution number 15-340, and it would approve a contract amendment number 1 to the program agreement number 1563-42483 with the Department of Social and Health Services. So this contract amendment provides $45,600 as dedicated marijuana funding for prevention services, and provides guidelines under our Community Prevention and Wellness Initiative for the selected community of Morton, so that we can use these funds to implement some prevention programs for youth and trying to prevent them from starting the use of marijuana. The contract amendment is effective July 1st, 2015 through June 30th of 2017, so it's for 2 years.
Jeanette, so you had, so it's for Morton specifically, or is that the area, is that the?
That program is specific to Morton. The dollars being added to the contract therefore goes under that, but we are able to use them throughout the county. We can use it broadly under the CPWI grant.
So I guess my question is, though, will it be able to support the other school districts around Morton, or is it just specifically for the Morton school?
It depends on how the program or the actual use of it is requested, and we will be requesting to use it for all school districts, basically, not just Morton. And we should also be receiving, we hope, we're in the process of applying as a regional grant through the State Department of Health, more marijuana prevention dollars as well. So even if this is they didn't make us use it just for Morton, we will have those other dollars coming in that we can use for other school districts.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda, items 2 through 10, number 15-330 through 340. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Madam Chair, before we go any farther, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the elected officials that are in attendance today. We have Mayor Lonnie Willie from PL. Welcome, and thanks for coming down. We have Councilwoman Dolores Lee from PL, who is sitting with Mayor Willie. And then we have Commissioner Jerry Lux, an elected fire commissioner and president of the Fire Commissioners Association.
Welcome. Glad you're all here. And once we're done with our meeting, if you want to come in and talk to us, please do so. Okay, we're moving into the hearing section of our meeting. So I will call to order a hearing on the franchise to operate and maintain communication facilities on county rights-of-way to Public Utility District Number 1, PUD Number 1, Resolution Number 15-341. We will first have a staff report, followed by a question and answer period. We will then close the question and answer period and open the hearing for formal testimony. And testimony will be 3 minutes in length and will be timed by our clerk. Any citizens that wish to testify, you can sign in on the sheet. I'd like to have the staff report from Mr. Elsey.
Good morning, Commissioners. This Passing this resolution would grant a franchise to Lewis County PUD number 1. As you're aware, Lewis County Code 12.20 and RCW 3655 require that all utility installations on county road rights-of-way be authorized by a franchise or license from the county. An application for a license has been received from PUD number 1 to construct, operate, and maintain telecommunication facilities within county road rights-of-ways.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Mr. Averill.
Ron Averill from Centralia area. Just wanted to clarify, because normally when we look at PUD number 1, we're thinking of electricity, and this particular franchise is for cable network for fiber cable, is it not?
Correct.
So, which they run a trunk line which serves a lot of people in the county.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Elsey, would you like your opening comments to be incorporated into the hearing?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll open the hearing for public testimony. Any names on our sign-up sheet? No? Is there anyone else that would like to testify? All right. We will close the hearing for public testimony.
Madam Chair, I move to approve resolution number 15341 to give a franchise to the Public Utility District number 1.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve item number 11, resolution number 15-341. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Now we have a second hearing. So I will call to order the hearing on resolution number 15-342. We'll first have a staff report like we did with the first hearing, followed by a question and answer period. Emily will close the question and answer period and open the hearing for formal testimony. And once again, 3 minutes will be the time limit. And any citizens that wish to testify, you can sign in. Staff report, Mr. Elsey again.
Thank you. And first of all, I'd like to correct a Scrivener's error in that the agenda states that it's a franchise to operate and maintain telecommunications facilities. I had that incorrect. That should be water system facilities. And it was noticed correctly when it was noticed. We did speak with Glenn Carter this morning, who said that it would be fine to go forward with this, even though it was incorrect on the agenda, because it is a Scrivener's error and it was noticed correctly as water system facilities.
Okay.
So this is a franchise to construct, operate, and maintain water system facilities on county road rights-of-ways in Lewis County. And this, again, Lewis County Code 12.20 and RCW 3655 require that all utility installations on county road rights-of-ways be authorized by a franchise or license from the county. An application for a license has been received from PUD number 1 of Thurston County to construct, operate, and maintain water system facilities within county road rights-of-ways. And this resolution would grant a franchise to PUD number 1 of Thurston County.
Questions from the board? How many facilities are we talking? Oh, go ahead.
There are approximately 70 water systems that PUD runs in Lewis County.
Okay. Any other questions, Mr.?
And I guess that is common practice, but I was a little bit surprised by that Thurston County would come over and buy up our water systems, but I guess that's common practice.
It is. It certainly predates me being here, and they own some water systems and operate other water systems.
Now, this resolution is for 5 years?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Averill.
Ron Averill again from Centralia. I think that most people, when they look at public utility districts, they're thinking of electricity predominantly, and that's what 90% of them do. However, public utility districts are also authorized to do water, to do sewer, and a number of, ours is doing some trunk line fiber cable in this area, and we had a lot of concern about Thurston County is the only one in the area that does water, and they don't do it just in Thurston County. They've got systems in Mason County down here, and I think in Grays Harbor County as well. So But that's what they concentrate on because PSE provides their electricity up there and they don't have any electricity. We've had concerns about this particular thing because they're coming in and they, water systems, you got water rights. And my question is, I thought we did an MOA with them and we addressed this issue of water rights so that that's not, is that correct?
I don't have any information on that. I can get that information and get back to you.
Well, I know that at one time when they came in on one thing, a bill, that we had some concern about that, and I thought that we did an MOA.
We did do an MOA.
And we made it clear that water rights were of concern to us, not them coming in and helping people run their systems. And I believe that we have to inspect these, do we not? Any of the systems that are Group B, we inspect.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think if Glenn was here, he could talk more, particularly because I think we also said if you go to sell those systems, that we are the first right of refusal. We have the first option.
That's what I think it is, yes.
Okay. Any other questions from the public? All right, we will close the question and answer period. And Mr. Elsey, would you like your opening comments to be incorporated into the hearing?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now we will open the hearing for public testimony. We have none. Anybody else that would like to jump up and, all right, thank you. We will close the hearing for public testimony.
Madam Chair, I move to approve resolution number 15-342 for water facilities and county right-of-ways for Thurston County PUD number 1.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve item number 12, resolution number 15-342. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Madam Chair, with no further business, I move we adjourn.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for coming. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.